Now, Naïve Baye's classifier is a classification technique which works on Bayes' theorem of probability. Recall the Bayes' theorem that we studied? Basically, it describes the probability of occurrence of an event related to any condition. So our algorithm is based on this theorem, and hence it is called as Naïve Baye's classifier. Now the question is, how does Naïve Baye's classifier work? So let's understand this with the help of an example. Say we have a data set of weather as shown here, and the corresponding target variable, that is play, which is basically suggesting the possibilities of playing a game yes or no based on the weather condition. Now based on this information, we need to predict if players will play or not given a certain weather condition. Here we will first create a frequency table like so. This table tells us the total frequency of play in a given weather condition. For instance, in rainy condition, we have 2 yeses and 3 nos. In cloudy condition, we have 3 yeses and 2 nos, and so on. And at the bottom you can see in total we have 9 yeses and 6 nos. So that is how we create the frequency table. Once we have our frequency table, now from the frequency table, we will calculate the likelihood table like this. So what we are doing here is that we are finding the likelihood of the weather conditions row wise as well as the likelihood of the possibilities of play column wise. So in the first row, we have rainy weather in which we have 2 yeses and 3 nos. So the likelihood here would be total games happened on rainy day divided by total games, which is 5 by 14, and it comes out to be 0.35. Similarly, we can find other values column wise as well as row wise as shown here. And don't worry, you don't have to remember all these steps. It is just for your understanding. Everything will be done by R. I'm just explaining the process. Now with the likelihood table, we will calculate the posterior probability using Bayesian equation. And then the class with the highest posterior probability is the outcome of our prediction. For example, we can calculate posterior probability of the possibility of playing provided the weather is sunny. So our equation would be probability of sunny weather provided the play has happened multiplied by prior probability of play happening divided by the probability of weather being sunny. Now we can stipulate these values and can find the posterior probability. So that's in a nutshell how a Naïve Bayes classifier works.